You used to be able to choose among many American convertibles, but one of the few remaining just got a major and welcome overhaul. It's the 2011 Chrysler 200 convertible. You might remember the Sebring, but that name is history, and Chrysler is creating a new history with substantial changes from the previous generation.
Significant improvements and revisions to the front of the car to mimic the improvements to the 200 sedan, the headlights, the hood, the fenders, the new fascia, the new fog lamps. In the rear of the car, we made a new deck lid with some beautiful new LED tail lamps.
And that rear looks a lot richer. Chrysler offers two different power convertible tops, one cloth, the other a hardtop. Both use a similar retracting mechanism which leaves a reasonable amount of room to store luggage, considering this is a convertible. With the top up, trunk space is practically sedan-like. The 2011 Chrysler 200 convertible is available in two models now, the Touring and the higher-end Limited. Both offer a much more luxurious interior than before.
We made places where the customer touches to be soft, as different from previous, to give the customer a more comfortable feeling every time you're driving.
That instrument panel reflects the changes the 200 sedan has received, with big chrome bezel gauges. Chrysler's now signature analog clock sits high on the dash, adding a touch of class. Air vents also get a touch of chrome, and the outside rearview mirrors have been redesigned, similar to the flagship Chrysler 300 mirrors. The true test of a convertible comes when you're on the road and the top is down. Without its top to help it stay rigid, a convertible tends to shake.
We added a tower-to-tower brace underneath the hood that probably nobody will ever notice by looking, but by driving the car, you can feel less shake in the steering wheel, less shake in the A-pillars, those kind of things.
One thing remarkable about the 200 convertible is we're going 50-55 miles an hour right now. We've got the wind deflector up, not being totally buffeted by the wind, and you know what? You can hold a conversation without having to scream. There are two powertrain options in the front-wheel drive Chrysler 200 convertible.
The four-cylinder engine is now mated to a 6-speed transmission for a wider range of gear shifts. And then we put the 3.6 Pentastar engine in the car with a 6-speed transmission. 283 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque, as well as the 1929 City label.
We prefer the Pentastar with nearly identical fuel economy to the four-cylinder. Handling has also been improved.
We were able to change the camber of the rear tires, which I best illustrate by doing this. And then when I set the car down, the tires stand up, so I get a wider tire patch that meets the road.
And unlike a lot of other convertibles, two people really can ride in the back seat.
It's truly a four-passenger car. You can put real people in the back seat of this car and take them for a trip. So that's one thing that kind of sets us apart.
The Chrysler 200 convertible starts at $26,500 for the Touring, and the Limited with a V6 is just under $32,000. Now, if only the sunshine came standard. I'm Scott Newell.